Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of BPT and Suj. This week, yet more proof that Sterling is fixture proof.
Yes, yes, definitely. And missed the Kane bullet. I was one of the few that didn't have him or didn't captain him. I was hiding behind the couch for that game, but whew, bullet dodged.
Yeah, yeah. The hurricane thing. Unfortunately, I didn't have my reminder up, so I didn't change from my captain Kane to Sterling, which I had intended to do. But we do need to talk about it. But first, I just wanted to mention, put this up front. Guys out there, if you like what we're doing, just please make sure to like this video and subscribe. And I also understand that some people are not like getting a notification that the new video is out. So just make sure that you click on the bell icon next to subscribe. Maybe I should create something to just show people how that's done. Otherwise, just do what I do, which is I just bookmark the channels that I like to watch. But yeah, like obviously liking the video and subscribing really helps the channel. But yeah, going to that, which is the horribleness of Kane. That's not just it's not an easy answer. Eh? I think that's got a lot to do with what's happening behind the scenes there. There seems to be like rumors about Ericsson wanting out at Spurs. Can you tell me if
Yeah,
the European window is still open?
yes, it is because I saw Sanchez was transferred to Inter Milan yesterday.
Yeah,
I
good
think it's
riddance,
open
or
till the
I
end
don't
of the month.
know. you know, but wait. Now that he's gone, we can be honest and clear here. The man was fantasy gold for a very long time. So I want to pay respects to what was a solid captain week in week out from Sanchez.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'd agree with that. From fantasy gold to fantasy nothing.
Yeah. But anyway, regarding the Kane thing, so Ericsson apparently and Pochettino's apparently said like he just made like an ARB comment, and people are reading into it, which he says players that are not committed to the team don't get to play, kind of thing. But again,
Okay.
that might just be something that the English papers make up again. So,
Yeah, for sure.
but yeah, let's just move on. Let's move into our we can move into our lessons learned from Game Week 3. Obviously, skip the Kane one there. But Cantwell, yeah, he's definitely a good choice there. Couple of assists and whatever, and for 4.7, cheapest best
Wow.
midfielder to have, I brought him in straight away.
Oh, really? Wow. Fantastic. You got both him and Bookie.
Yes, I do.
Well done. Well
Yeah, I've
done.
jumped in on that bandwagon. Although I'm a little, I'm harshing my mellow now because Martial injured and Kane might as well be injured. With Ericsson
Well,
not
then, yeah.
playing, I mean they were feckless, just like United were feckless. I noticed you're hiding from that as well.
I'll
Uh,
steer clear of that for now. But there you have two replacements for Marcel, cheaper, and you'll have money to spend elsewhere.
yeah, and then Mount is the one that I must say is mounting a challenge for to getting into my team, but he
Yeah,
also has a little bit of an issue. I was just looking up the injury list here, and yeah, he's definitely still on the injury list. I can see there. They said, looks like the news says it was more of a kick on his calf, which is better news than a strain of any sort. Hopefully he'll recover. So that's the comment, and it looks like 75% chance that he'll play. So I
yeah,
mean, I think he'll probably will play, but I would still be cautious,
yeah,
considering
of
that next week is the international break, which is going to be enjoyable, of course.
course.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's carry on from there. So the captain picks this week, I mean, not going to be too much different, except for
Yeah,
one big one there. Obviously, Kane has been thrown off our list here. So we've got
yeah.
Sterling, we've got Salah, and we've got Aguero. What have we got on Sterling?
Yeah, look, Sterling and Salah, their record speaks for themselves. It depends on who you can get on the right day because, I mean, the 1 week Sterling's away and Salah's at home, but Sterling scores more points. And then the reverse happens the next week. So as long
Yeah,
as you got both of them, I think you're pretty safe. There's Aguero one, however, just came out of nowhere. I mean, he's got 4 goals in 3 games. So Aguero, he's not one of those that can regress. He will probably carry on with this pace here, especially since Jesus is injured.
yeah,
So he played the 90 minutes against Bournemouth, and yeah, he looks like he's going to score more goals.
Yeah,
Just
exactly. I mean, Sterling with 7 big chances, and Aguero, like, look, I don't think he's come out of nowhere. I think the real problem was that there was clear. It looked like there was a clear push to have Jesus become the main striker. I'm sure Pep must be
yeah,
thinking, Aguero's age will catch up to him and all that because of maybe Aguero's style of play. But I don't really think it's going to affect him. And the fact that he played 90 minutes in the last game gives me a lot of hope that he'll play 90 in this.
yes.
So with Jesus out the way, like Aguero would be a very decent captain to pick, and I think they're gonna score a lot. Like this weekend, they're gonna score a lot. So, but I mean, Sterling still seems to be the number one. I mean, if you happen to have both of them, you're gonna pick Sterling. So in my case, I would say why have Aguero in your team who's 12.0 when
Yeah,
you'll always captain Sterling. It seems like
correct.
it would be better to jump to some of our other captain picks that you're gonna see later. Any last word on Salah there? Because I think Salah, he might still
Well,
be a
Salah,
valid captain pick.
yeah, he is. I'm not to say he won't score against Burnley, but Burnley looks like they're back to their old ways of 2 seasons ago.
Hmm.
Solid defense and stopping the opposition from getting shots from outside the box. Not to say Salah can't score from outside the box, but I mean it's a better, a more solid defense. Whereas Sterling is playing a less solid defense, so that's why I went with Sterling.
Yeah. I would have loved to. I wish I could have had some time to compare the underlying stats of Salah and Mane, but I'm sure Salah's ahead now.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Yeah.
because he scored those goals last week.
Yeah, but I don't think it's just that. I did mention, I think, in the previous episode where we basically talked about how Mane is like, he doesn't have very much in the assists. So Salah is more of an all round player. So those people who drop down to Mane is like, it's not a bad option, but I still think Salah's the solid one for the whole season. So I don't think
Yeah,
I will move away from him. To me,
we
Salah and
need a
Sterling
better.
are like the non negotiables.
Yeah, we're gonna need more games to actually measure that.
Yeah, no, okay, for sure, fair enough. Especially after the international break, we'll have to
Yeah,
have a look. Moving on to the form players this week. So we've got Ashley Barnes, who we've mentioned before, De Bruyne, Mount, Chelsea. Like I said, for Chelsea, I mean, Chelsea are looking a little bit better than they were in the start of the season, like right at the beginning. And then my good best choice of all time that I totally original that no one had to tell me at all, Timo Pukki. I am now on Timo Pukki.
no, well done, well done. Got a nice double-digit score in the last round.
Yeah. And I
Nice
mean,
one.
his
No,
shots, I think he has like the similar number of shots to what Sterling has. It's very weird. Plus,
yeah,
I mean, he's playing West Ham, and West Ham's defense is awful. I really see him scoring against West Ham easily.
yeah, he's best for shots on target and best for goal attempts in the box. I mean, what more do you want from a striker?
Yeah. But
And
do you think
even
you
at
go ahead?
sorry man, even at 7.0, he's still worth the price if he's going to continue like this.
No, for sure, he's definitely worth the price. But is he worth a captain pick? Like, if you really want to go against the grain right now, like Sterling scored one, and I think people were a little upset in the last game week where they were upset that he only got 8 points, and I'm like, yo, people are getting very like people are clearly entitled to.
Yeah, of course the standards are high now. But look, Norwich is playing away, so and Sterling's playing at home, so I think that
Yeah,
would actually make me lean more again towards Sterling.
yeah, okay, fair enough. And then anything on Barnes and De Bruyne?
Look, Barnes is there because he got 4 goals in 2 games. Enough said.
Yeah,
De Bruyne also has got like 4 assists in the last in his 3 games. So he's gonna be there and thereabout for his assists, and he'll chip in with a goal here and there, for free kick or something like that. Mount is there particularly because he's cheap, and the fact that Chelsea's gonna about to go on some, well, I consider decent fixtures. I don't know how they're gonna play in it, to be honest, but they seem to be on the up. They're like improving every game. They're not actually getting worse like some other team I know. So that's how I'm leaning towards. And I like the fact that he's a mid-priced. They're not very expensive, so you don't have to like break your team to get them.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, like
Like
like I
Barnes,
said,
I know is the next. Barnes is the next bandwagon. I can guarantee you that.
yeah. Well, look, their fixtures aren't. I don't think they've the like Pookie and Barnes' fixtures are particularly great. The next couple of fixtures, but they've got a whole international break over which some of those opposition members might get injured. But
Well, look,
just to go on to Brainer quickly, I mean, I've mentioned this before as well. It's like I think even though he's like an assist king, he's great to have in your team. But I just can't see myself ever captaining him, because if you were gonna captain him, why not captain Sterling? You know?
for sure. And look, even in the last game, still Silva was the one with the points instead of De Bruyne, and he's so much more cheaper. He's the one that actually saved my game week.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but I mean, these are the form guys, though. And then you
Oh
were
no,
talking
for sure.
about, yeah, you were talking about Chelsea, obviously, and I think a big part of the reason why they've become a bit decent again is because of the next guy, who's our Joker pick for this week, who is Tammy Abrams. Tammy Abrams is correct, eh?
Yeah, to Mammy. No, he played well in his last game. I must say, I watched that game.
Yeah, for 7.4, I think he's cost now. So he's got 2 goals in the last game. But why would anyone pick him? I mean, like this is now the Joker section. Like, if you were totally insane, you'd pick this guy for captain.
Look, also it's 7 million. I know Haller's also scoring goals, but I mean, this yeah, he seems to have displaced Giroud, and he's on form, and he's English, and Lampard seems to like these English boys. You know, this Mount and Tammy. I think he wants to bring that Englishness back into the team by getting the players from the lower, like the under 21s and stuff like that. He wants to build his own type of team at Chelsea, and I think Mount and Tammy is going to be a spearhead of that team.
Yeah, just a correction. He's 7.1 in the game. So again, that's a
Oh,
pretty decent price. He's in a much better team than Pookie is, and he is playing Sheffield United next at home. I think Chelsea can get over that one. I mean, they did score 3 in the last game, so he's still like he's definitely a decent option to have in your team. You know?
yeah.
Yeah,
Look, until game week 10, he only plays one top six side, which is Liverpool. And the rest, I think they can handle the rest of them.
yeah. That I definitely that's excellent. Okay, so you said Barnes is your next bandwagon. I think actually that Haller, Sebastian Haller from West Ham,
Yeah.
he's going to be the next bandwagon, because I was just looking up his stats, from like last season. I mean, they paid quite a bit for him. He got 15
Yeah.
goals and 9 assists in 29 games in the Bundesliga, and he's playing Norwich. Obviously, they're playing Norwich at home, right? So yes, I did
Yeah.
say the West Ham's defense is total utter trash, but I mean, this is actually going to be the game where you can see now head to head, Pookie and Hala are playing against each other. So you will see
Yes.
who's going to be the better one out of there. And then the next game, West Ham play Aston Villa away. So I mean, you could consider that a decent fixture. And if West Ham somehow wins this game against Norwich, then Hala would definitely be. He'll probably be a future Joker pick for our captains.
No, exactly. Last week, our Jokovic was in Hernandez. Unfortunately, he forgot to tell me that he was ill. So I got the right team. I got the right position. I just got the wrong player. Had I known it
Yes.
wasn't Cheech, I would have went to Della. I was keeping my eye on him. He's just a bit out of my price bracket to get him in my team.
Yeah.
However, I agree with all those stats that you said. I think he's going to score big this season.
Yeah. I also think so. Yeah, so that's it for this week. Obviously, your captain picks. I think no one's going to take a chance this week. Definitely Sterling. You agree?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I'd go for Sterling, definitely.
yeah. But I think this information is a bit more useful just to keep up with your team, because I think if you have most of these guys in your team, you're going to do
Oh,
pretty well. Yeah,
oh, for sure, definitely.
yeah. So anyway, Suj, good luck with the next week and a very long international break. So in that time, I think we be back on. I think we might do an episode maybe in between the international break, because I think it's 2 weeks, 2 weeks off.
Yeah, yeah, no, for sure, we can. We
Yeah,
do a roundup of all the a roundup of all the vital points of what has happened in the last 4 game weeks.
yeah. I think we can maybe do that. All right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, cheers, man.
Okay, well, keep well.
Bye.